And business consultant Sunil Alagh also on the debate tonight. Yatin Oza, you know, trying to sneak in 21 quasi-ministerial jobs. Sneak in is the operational word. Surreptitiously, quietly fool people, try and change the rules, twist it somehow so that 21 of your MLAs can get the post of parliamentary secretary. When we exposed Arvind Kejriwal, at that time he went on and on and on about how the world is against him. Now the High Court has said that what he was doing is utterly illegal. Should he come out and accept his guilt? Should he come out and accept his guilt that I did something that was blatantly unconstitutional and illegal? At least have the honesty to admit your guilt today. You can't come out when you're... No, no.
I'm really surprised with the vehemence that which you put this question to me. Look at how many parliamentary secretaries Gujarat has. Maybe we don't go into the law. We don't go into the law as to whether this act was required to be amended before appointment or after appointment.
Which means even now you're saying it was not illegal.
But when we speak of appointment of parliamentary secretaries, Gujarat has 25 ministers and 11 parliamentary secretaries. Parliamentary secretaries are there in every BJP ruled state. It's not that it was only in Delhi. Every single Rajasthan has, Madhya Pradesh has, Chhattisgarh has. Name the state banned by BJP.
You're wrong.
And
what are you
every state has parliamentary secretaries.
You admit you lost the battle because
why
of what
do you point a finger?
You admit.
I can understand.
I
can understand. I can understand your debate. I can understand your debate being thrown open as to whether there should be a provision of parliamentary secretaries in any state of the country.
Don't tell me what my debate should be about. I will not understand. Yatin
but I am really surprised by at every point of time only one gentleman is targeted and fingers are pointed against him.
Mr. Modi now. It is a high
all
court
29 states in the country
violated law.
have parliamentary secretaries.
Oh my God.
Look at Gujarat.
Mr. Oja, please answer.
Over and about 25 ministers, there are 11 parliamentary secretaries.
Mr. Oja, whom will you blame now? You're making this a virtue. My goodness.
You should have opened up a debate as to whether there should be a system of parliamentary secretaries in any state. Instead thereof, since one state has had it, and that has been held to be illegal. Alright, it has been held to be illegal. We respect the verdict of the court and bow down to it. But why point a finger only against one state?
Sir, first of all,
you should have taken it as a matter of
Monika Arora, Monika Arora, once
I can understand.
Monika Arora.
I can understand frustration, depression in the BJP camp.
Right.
By one name called Arvind Kejriwal.
Right. Now, Monika Arora. Before you come in,
you've been proven wrong,
simple point here.
Not by Narendra Modi, but by the High Court.
You see, Shazia, I understand your strategy, Yatin Oza, that the whole world, your basic entire argument for the next 45 minutes will be the whole world is against Arvind Kejriwal. It sounds a bit repetitive, doesn't it? I mean, it sounds terribly boring and repetitive.
Not whole world. Not whole world. All political parties, all High Court, world loves him. All political parties.
What you are saying is all the High Courts are against Kejriwal.
Please don't say that.
Everybody is after Kejriwal.
Please put
it's about time. It's about time.
Political parties.
It's about time he behaved like a chief minister. He is the only chief minister. Please, one second. He's the only chief minister who doesn't hold any portfolio, travels all over India, and wants to promote his party. Give up the chief minister's post. That's all. Give it up.
In all 29 states, Delhi High Court judgment will apply to the whole country.
So I can continue doing it. You have to stop.
that
you the one who's got caught.
It should go in
So everybody who's caught in India must say, please catch someone else.
Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. Why not? Why not if Delhi? I have not read the judgment.
Monika Arora.
But we take it that judgment disapproves appointment of parliamentary secretary.
Sir, 1 minute.
Then it should apply uniformly to the whole country. Just don't target one state, Arnab.
Yatin.
This is not expected of Arnab Goswami, who is considered to be one of the most independent and one of the most fair anchor who takes up the debate on very objective basis.
Honest person
Monika Arora, he made a reference to me. I want to respond to it. Monika Arora, he made a reference to me. I think I
respect your objectivity.
No.
I respect your objectivity. I respect your independentness.
Yeah, so
but why, Arnab, you are targeting one state? All states must do away with parliamentary secretaries.
Okay, Yatin, I'll explain to you a couple of things if you only hear me here. Thank you for whatever you said out there, but you need to understand this. First of all, I sincerely believe that Arvind Kejriwal must stop thinking that painting himself the victim works. I want to present the facts to you. Arvind Kejriwal had said that the appointments are not illegal and unconstitutional. I went on air and I said at that point of time 21 parliamentary secretaries' positions created are illegal and unconstitutional. Your party called us names. You have all these bunch of people, I don't know whether they are for hire or what, they go berserk on Twitter where anybody criticizes them. The High Court has contradicted Arvind Kejriwal, saying under the constitutional scheme of things, the LG should be consulted. So there was an attempt to bypass the LG that resulted in a self-goal for you. He spoke about the work the parliamentary secretaries do, saying they are awake till 2 a.m. I don't know whether Arvind Kejriwal has some kind of an alarm he sets for them that are you awake till 2 a.m. working or not. The resistance to following the constitutional procedure in making these appointments, let me complete. Yatin, when I'm on a point, you must listen to me, please. The question is, Arvind Kejriwal resisted following constitutional procedure and then went to town saying, look here, I am not being allowed to work. If he is not being able to deliver, he cannot just respond by saying, I am not being allowed to work. Today, it's clear that nobody is stopping him from working. It is he who is breaking the rules. It is he who is lying. It is he who is forcing upon the people of Delhi 20 quasi-ministerial positions. So you need to explain tonight. I would like to get at this stage Monika Arora to respond. And then the debate is open, please. Yeah, Monika Arora.
Arnab.
Monika Arora.
Now just give me
Monika Arora. No, there are others on the debate. There are others on the debate. Monika Arora.
Mr. Oja, I have just two small submissions to make.
Mr. Oza, she's making a submission to you. Listen to her.
Mr. Oja, the first submission is...
Just say something.
The first submission is, you always said that Mr. Modi is not allowing you to work. Fine, you have a right to opinion. But today when the High Court says you cannot have these illegal appointments, when the Supreme Court holds against you, when they all say that within the constitutional framework,
we have already told many times that the country is showing totally difference towards the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP and the Congress government get together. They are spoiling the atmosphere of the country. It is the party of the common man. But those parties are being controlled by the politicians, and those politicians only work under the corporate.
Tomorrow by the Supreme Court.
He doesn't respect the rule of law. He doesn't respect any due process of law. He just wants to have confrontation with anybody and everybody. He doesn't work under any boundaries. He calls himself anarchist. And this is what is the problem in Indian democracy, when the courts tell him, when the law tells him, you cannot be an anarchist.
May I look at this? Monika, 1 minute. Monika Arora, just 1 minute. Let's look at this logically. Let's bring down the level of emotion and go by the cold facts of the case. I see all hands up. I'm going to Aryama Sundaram, Sumanth, Raman, and Sanjay Hegde, and of course to Mr. Sahani. Just give me a minute. We have enough time on the debate. Now, Aryama Sundaram, the argument of Arvind Kejriwal is vendetta. The world has vendetta against me. I'm the good guy. Everybody is the bad guy. Everybody has vendetta against me. Couple of facts on this, Aryama Sundaram. The AAP tried to rescue...
No, not everybody. He doesn't say that for Nitish. He doesn't say for anybody else.
So can I put this to Aryama Sundaram? let us not forget that the Aam Aadmi Party tried to retrospectively remove the parliamentary secretaries from the purview of the Office of Profit through a bill which was refused assent to by the President. When this happened, the Aam Aadmi Party cried vendetta. Now consider this, Aryama and Sundaram. When the President refused his assent to the bill that retrospectively sought to protect these parliamentary secretaries, Kejriwal said the BJP is indulging in vendetta because it's scared of me. Does that argument hold, Aryama and Sundaram, when you refuse to seek the consent of the Lieutenant Governor in the first place? On cold facts tonight. On cold facts, how would you assess this?
Look, Arnab, on I'm saying on very cold facts, and I'm sorry to say on very sad facts. What I do find is that perhaps this government of Arvind Kejriwal has been riddled by more scandals and scams than most governments have in the same period of time.
True.
And why I'm saying it's a sad fact is so much was expected of them. And the even sadder fact of all this is that the answer to any of these scandals which come up and scams which come up is to say it's a persecution of him. I don't know, as you said earlier, how long the victim card can be played. Coming directly to the question which you asked, I just wonder to myself, surely if it was felt that there had to be an act passed retrospectively, it is tacitly accepting by the government itself, by Mr. Kejriwal's government itself, that at the time it was done, it was not legal. So my whole question is, why did you do it? Why did you do it? The very fact that you're trying to then pass a law to legalize it, and the only way you can legalize it is by making it retrospective, is a tacit admission that what was done was not correct. And today the High Court has found the very same thing. Now I just ask myself, on every issue which he has taken as a point of persecution against him, he has lost in a court of law. On the issues of corruption which he fought against, his own ministers have had to resign. On the issue of scams and scandals, his own ministers have had to resign. And each time the answer is, they're out to persecute me. I really ask myself, has any other government in India, since the last elections, had as many scandals and scams as the Aam Aadmi Party, which was the party which came to power saying, we want to bring in a very clean, scamless, scandalless, non-corrupt government. And that saddens me. It saddens me very greatly because a lot of people were taken in by it.
Mr. Sahani,
a lot of people are now wondering, is your only answer to not being able to do it to say others do it too? He came in on the platform, I am not like others. Today I hear Mr. Oza saying, what about the others? The others are also doing it.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you came on the platform of I'm not like the others. And today for anything, your answer is the others do it. It seems to be a contradiction in terms.
Without a doubt. There's no argument, there's no logic left.
We have been fighting from the beginning for the justice of the public. It was only for them to get more and more so that they can devote more and more time for the public of Delhi. That's why they were given those duties. They were given
how many scandals has your government
so that they can strengthen their own staff and they can give more service to the public of Delhi. But it was not digested by the BJP. That's why that BJP people, they brought the...
I'm sorry, nor by the High Court.
And they called
nor by the High Court, because it was illegally done.
They went to the court and they have spoiled the game. We want to do the service to the public, sir. Our purpose is to give the service to the public of Delhi.
It's not a game. The Constitution of India and law is not a game.
Our hands are clipped. Our feet are clipped. Even they are trying to crap our mind also.
It's the High Court you're fighting now. Where's BJP in this?
So did the BJP people take Sandeep Kumar to those ladies and ask him to indulge in that sex scandal? Did the BJP people ask Sharad Chauhan to harass a woman into suicide? Was it the BJP people? Was it the BJP people who asked Sandeep Kumar to pose in all those unsavory positions and make her CD and play with dignity of women? Was it BJP people who asked Ashutosh to write blogs comparing Sandeep Kumar to Mahatma Gandhi? You know, everybody is against you. The President of India is against you. The Prime Minister is not just against you, the Prime Minister wants to murder you.
And every time
the bureaucrats against... I'm asking you a question, sir. Please don't accord so much importance to yourself, sir. Sir, do not accord so much importance to yourself or to your leader. The Prime Minister is against you. He wants to get you murdered.
Did we do
the Lieutenant Governor is against you?
When the Kolkata High Court,
all the bureaucrats are against you. The police is against you. The High Court is against you. The Supreme Court is against you. The CAG is against you. Who's with you, sir? Even Devendra Sherawat, your own MLA, is not with you.
Yatin Oza.
Arnab, this is an absurd argument. Did we even once say that High Court and Supreme Court are against us?
And idiotic.
This is absolutely absurd. Absurdity at its peak. Did anybody say from our side that High Court and Supreme Court are against us? Why such prejudicial statements are coming forward?
If everybody is against you, there's a problem with you.
We bow down to the judgments of the High Court and Supreme Court. We are in duty bound to bow down. What is this putting something nonsense in our mouth?
But you're the one.
No, did we utter a word against a court of law?
You're the one who keeps saying the Prime Minister wants to get us murdered. The President of India is against us. The President of India has cracked according to the Council of Ministers. The bureaucrats are against us. The Delhi police is against us. The Lieutenant Governor is against us. The Supreme Court is against us. The High Court is against us. Our own MLAs are against us. You are the one who keeps saying that. You keep going to town.
Nobody has said that Supreme Court and High Court are against us.
What are you there for?
Don't
if everything is done by others, then you should resign. You should say we are incapable of anything. You say you are incapable of anything. You say we are not fit to govern because nobody is allowing us to work.
Such type of prejudicial
what kind of argument are you making?
On channel of
persecution, complex persecution. You are the one who's making it. Sir, you are the one who's making it. Oh, Arvind Kejriwal is being persecuted. So when Arvind Kejriwal spends 526 crores on self-glorification out of Delhi taxpayers' money,
your party president is against us.
For Delhi dialogue,
you are grossly
make false promises.
Not only misusing, abusing your office as a central government to bring down the government in Delhi.
Please listen to yourself. Do you have a voice of reason? Listen to yourself.
You are adhering to absolutely unconstitutional ways and means.
You're repetitive and absurd to the point of being silly, sir. You're being silly.
Before I get Sanjay and Sumanth in, before I get Sanjay and Sumanth in, just a thought. Yatin Oza, Mr. Oza, you were with the BJP earlier, now you're with the Aam Aadmi Party. I don't want to get into which party you were in and which party you are now, and that's not my point of concern. You're an independent citizen, you can change parties. All I want you to think tonight is that you are representing a party which came to power saying we don't want to be in power. You said we are not in politics to become ministers. We are here to clean the system. Today you are fighting against the whole system because you wanted to break the number of ministers that you can appoint by appointing 21 parliamentary secretaries, which means all that you wanted is post, power, and this lust for power that is reeking from the establishment of the Aam Aadmi Party. You said you were here to clean politics. Today you cleansed politics with a sex scam. You said that you were here to cleanse corruption. You have cleansed corruption by ministers who've been thrown out for accepting bribes. You said that you were here to remove fraud. Your ministers have had to be sacked for fraud and forgery. You've disappointed the entire country, even your most basic of believers. You said you want to make politics noble and clean from inside. I don't know by what angle it would be noble and clean from inside. So don't lecture me. Just say tonight, we were caught red-handed in the office of profit scam. We were caught red-handed in the office of profit scam, and on a matter of principle, 21 of our MLAs will resign. 21 of our MLAs will resign. You accept it.
3 years back in Gujarat, the stand of the party was that for few and some individuals, you cannot drag the party into controversy. Individuals are different than the party ideology.
21 MLAs are not
some
individuals, sir.
Sumanth have lived up to expectation.
No.
And therefore they have fallen down. That doesn't mean that the whole party has fallen down.
Sumanth and Sanjay.
Can I make 3 very quick points? Yeah. One, AAP was extremely silly in the way they've handled this whole thing. They need not have called them parliamentary secretaries. They should have called them something else, and that would have made the impact of this much less.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You have to ask yourself, one minute, Arnab, let me finish. Why Why should Delhi alone be prevented from having parliamentary secretaries through an act while other states are perfectly entitled to having them? Is a question that we need to ask by giving them exemption under the Disqualification Act. Wait, Arnab, let me finish, Arnab.
Sumanth, it's not about parliamentary secretaries, it's about Office of Prophet. I want you to understand the issue.
1 minute.
Sumanth, I'll take 10 seconds.
There is a retrospective precedent in Delhi itself in 2006 where the BJP went to the Election Commission.
No.
And those 14 or 15, I don't remember the numbers, the Delhi government then passed a bill retrospectively ratifying and exempting them from Office of Profit.
No.
So there is a precedent. I'm not justifying what AAP has done. And very, very importantly, why are we debating a setback to Arvind Kejriwal today? We did not debate that there was a setback to Mamata Banerjee when the Kolkata High Court struck down parliamentary secretaries in 2015.
No.
When the Telangana and Andhra High Court struck down parliamentary secretaries appointed by the Telangana government in 2015. When the Punjab and Haryana High Court struck down the parliamentary secretaries appointed by the Punjab government last month. We did not debate them as setbacks to those governments, but this is a huge setback to Kejriwal.
Sumanth, two reasons. Two facts I want to bring to you. Two facts I want to bring to you. Sumanth, don't go on and on. Two facts I want to present to you. First of all, for your kind information, 10 years back when this channel was launched, we were instrumental in breaking the Office of Profit scam then in the Jaya Bachchan case, and that time in follow-up to the reporting that we did, the Supreme Court said that what is relevant is whether the officer is capable of yielding a profit or pecuniary gain and not whether the person has actually obtained a pecuniary gain. That logic, one second, it was scams. Allow me to complete, please. Why am I making this up? Arvind Kejriwal came to power quoting the scams broken on Times Now. Viewers noted. Every time he would come and say, this channel has broken this scam, this channel has broken that scam, Kalmadi, 2G, Kargil for profit, Devas ISRO, Adarsh, all the scams that we broke at that point of time were used by Arvind Kejriwal as the cornerstone of his argument, saying this channel has broken so many scams, the country is in trouble, I am going to be the beacon light to remove corruption. Don't interrupt me now. Don't interrupt me now. Don't interrupt me now, Sumanth. Don't interrupt me now. Don't interrupt me now. I'm just going to complete my point. Listen to me. No, Sumanth, don't interrupt me now. Let me complete my point. What I'm saying is Arvind Kejriwal came to power saying, because this channel has broken so many scams, it is established beyond doubt there is grave corruption in the country. I am the beacon light. I am the person who will change the system, right? And he was talking about scams like the Office of Profit scam we broke in 2006. So when the Office of Profit scam broke in 2006, people like Arvind Kejriwal stood from the sidelines and said, great opportunity to become politicians, though he told us he never wants to join politics. Now the same scam hits his own party. Instead of saying instead of saying at this point of time he should say, and Yatin Oza should be the first person to say, Sumanth, don't interrupt me. Loud, I'll take 30 seconds. Sumanth, don't. Sumanth, 1 second. Sumanth, today my question is to Yatin Oza. My question is to Yatin Oza. Yatin Oza, today people are watching Yatin Oza, and people expect you to say, we are caught in the same scams we used to criticize to come to power. Therefore, if anybody has let the country down, we've let the country down completely.
There is a big difference.
There you are, again defensive.
There is a big difference between
I don't understand what difference you're talking about.
Between scam and an error of judgment.
Oh my God, don't mention error of judgment. It reminds me of the Radia tapes. When you mention error of judgment, it reminds me of the Neera Radia tapes, and I don't want to get into errors of judgment. They give a throwback to the Radia tapes. Come on, errors of judgment. I don't believe in these errors of judgment. Anyone caught red-handed turns around and says, Yatin Oza, did you believe error of judgment when somebody mentioned it in the context of the Radia tapes? You didn't. But now it's error of judgment for you. So everybody, Radia tapes was error of judgment. A Raja can say error of judgment. Suresh Kalmadi can say error of judgment.
I am sorry, I did say.
No, you better be sorry because this error of judgment is a terrible turn of phrase to misuse.
Please try to understand.
Monika Arora, error of judgment. Error of judgment.
He cannot make a false statement.
And well,
it was never ever a error of judgment. Reason being, from the starting they knew it. It was illegal at every step. You saw the first step when they said they'll be appointing 21 secretaries. They realized, oh, we cannot do it. It was illegal.
Let us wait till tomorrow.
Hence they brought the amendment bill.
What if Honorable Supreme Court stays the judgment of the High Court?
Will exclude this from office of profit. Then their 67 MLAs passed it.
No, I want
nobody of
Yatin
was not uploaded. It cannot be ratified. It has to be passed.
The profit motive behind it. They will remove all 21 MLAs. What are you going to do then?
Okay.
What are you going to do when the election commission, if they find that the office of profit exists, they will ask all 21 MLAs to be dispensed with? What will your answer be then? Again, BJP is after you. Again, Mr. Modi is after you. Again, there's an error of judgment
of the Supreme Court.
Okay, one second. Monika.
Sidhu was an error of judgment. Everybody is an error of judgment in your system.
Supreme Court. And if we lose there, we bow down. We will go again to the people. And the court of the people would decide where we stand.
Okay. All right.
Not people shouting here.
I want Mr. Hegde to come in one second. Mr. Hegde. Mr. Hegde. Okay, Monika. Mr. Hegde hasn't even spoken on the debate.
And then the befitting reply will be given by the people of Delhi.
Sure. Now,
I've been hearing a lot.
Sanjay Hegde, just listen to me. Well, two sentences before that. If it is an error of judgment, then why did the Aam Aadmi Party continue to attack Times Now when we pointed the mistake? Point number one. Secondly, Yatin on a serious note, my experience tells me.
We are now saying,
my experience tells
according to us, this is not an error of judgment. We have fully acted legally. But since court of law has corrected us, we bow down.
Yatin, anyone caught with their hand in the cookie jar, caught red-handed, in the middle of a crime with evidence put out, usually my experience is tries to get away saying error of judgment. Nobody believes them. Sanjay Hegde on the error of judgment argument and more. Sanjay.
Look.
Well, listen, it's a question of definitions. What is an office of profit?
Oh my God.
You can change the definition legislatively. The Aam Aadmi Party tried that, but they could not legislate because the president refused assent. Now the point is this. You have 3 high courts at least, or somebody noted 5 high courts, which have said that parliamentary secretaries fall afoul of the office of profit, not of the office of profit rule, but of the rule which limits the size, which limits the size of somebody's cabinet. Now, here is the question. All these various cases are going to the Supreme Court. I am told that the Punjab government has already filed its SLP. Now the real question is this. Once the Delhi High Court has said that this office of profit was wrong, void ab initio, the question is, can the election commission proceed further? Because if the Delhi High Court says that I see that there was no office right from the beginning, that is the impact of the judgment, then the election commission cannot vary that.
Sanjay,
the election commission will have to say, will have to follow the Delhi High Court and say there was no office, therefore there is no question of office of profit.
Sanjay, I'll answer. Just one minute. As an advisory, I'd like to put out to you, Sanjay Hegde, and I don't want to put it out. You're a senior advocate of the Supreme Court. Nevertheless, despite your,
I always, Arnab the all-knowing, I listen to your advice.
No, that's not. You don't have to be sarcastic with me, but you have lost the direction of your argument if there was ever one. And I'll tell you there are 2 reasons why. Even if the High Court quashed these appointments because the consent of the LG was not sought.
If the Delhi High Court says there was no office of profit,
Aryaman will respond to you.
This was illegal.
Aryaman will respond to you, but I just want to intervene with a small submission.
If it is void, then there is no office of profit.
I see, it's a very serious matter, because we are at that point where we need to decide whether the office of profit,
listen, but
whether the office of
to respond to him.
Sanjay,
don't shut off my mic.
Sanjay, listen. Don't be like Aam Aadmi Party, feeling victimized without a reason. The question is this, and I'll just make a small intervention. Then you can get a response from Aryaman and Sundaram. Then
I am an Aam Aadmi. I'm only telling you that don't shut off my mic. And give me a chance to respond. Now I'll listen. Go.
Now the point is this. Even if the High Court quashed these appointments because the consent of the LG was not sought, the fact of the matter is that the parliamentary secretaries remained as such from March 13, 2015 till now. So the moot point is, did they or did they not occupy an office of profit until this time? If they did occupy an office of profit until this time, the Election Commission will be seen to be within its powers to disqualify them. On top of it, it would be useful to see Section 15 of the Government of NCT Act 1991, which lays down the disqualification clause for an MLA in the event of occupying an office of profit. In the light of that, the question is whether the Aam Aadmi Party should explain why it chose to retrospectively amend an existing law that originally exempted from disqualification the parliamentary secretary to the chief minister. The amendment to the parliamentary secretaries to the minister was also made exempt from disqualification. The AAP has to admit that it was a move to protect the MLAs after their belated realization that the appointments were flawed. So it's like the AAP, Kejriwal was caught in the middle of a theft, right? And he takes what he was running away with, he tries to put it back and said there was never any theft in the first place. The question is whether there was an attempted theft. Do you understand? An act of breaking the law. So the AAP should explain why it made its amendment retrospective.
Can I answer?
No. 1 second. I want Aryaman to answer. Knowing fully well the appointments were made on March 2015.
After that, give me a chance.
We are on a very serious issue right now, Aryaman, because implication of this is simply this, that 21 MLAs will have to go. Arvind can go kicking and screaming, he can go, do a dharna in the middle of Red Fort, but 21 MLAs will have to go if he's broken the law. What is your view on the matter? Is it moving towards that?
Look, the point is this. I think there is some confusion about, from what I at least could understand from what Mr. Hegde was talking about, because it's not as though the Delhi High Court has foreclosed an issue before the Election Commission. The Delhi High Court, very simply put, has found fault with the appointment of the 21 parliamentary secretaries, talking about illegality in procedure, illegality in law in their appointment, and has struck it down. What the Election Commission will go into is as to whether this is an office of profit and whether they have occupied the office of profit. Now that is the issue which is really facing him right now, and that is going to be the great situation which he's going to face, because on the one hand, his appointment of it, the moral justification of appointment with which he would have sought to defend it, if in case the Election Commission was going to say it was an office of profit, he was going to have a moral reason and say, look, I needed to appoint these people, I wanted people to work, I want a good government, I want a government to work. That moral reason of his appointment has gone, that's been struck down. So now the High Court has said, how could you appoint these people, and struck it down and found fault with the very appointment. Now therefore his moral justification has gone out of the window right now as it stands.
Yeah.
What we now are faced with is the issue of the office of profit, for which his own actions speak volumes.
Yeah.
His own action in trying to retrospectively amend the law, in trying to bring in a law that exempted them from an office of profit, means that as far as he himself was concerned, it was certainly up to question that it was an office of profit. Otherwise, there was no reason to have done it at all. No. The very fact he tried to do it was because he himself felt there was every chance that it was an office of profit.
Can I answer?
And that is before the Election Commission, and it's a very serious position now for him, because he himself felt earlier, when several months ago when he tried to amend the law, that there was a chance that his 21 MLAs will be sent out. So he was well aware of it. And now his moral justification for appointing them has also gone.
Can I answer that?
No. And on top of it, there was this silly argument.
Can I answer that? I don't speak moral justification. I don't speak moral justification. Just a minute, Arnab.
No.
Give me my chance of reply.
On top of it.
Give me my reply. Give me my reply.
I'll give you a reply.
Two sentences.
I'll give you No. Now
Two sentences.
Okay, 2 sentences.
Two sentences. If something is invalidated, it is invalidated from the beginning. Now, when the Delhi High Court says something, no other authority except the appellate Supreme Court can say to the contrary. The Election Commission is bound by the Delhi High Court judgment and its consequences.
Okay.
Whenever anything is struck down as invalid, it is struck down right from the beginning.
No. So your logic is
the fact. I'm giving you an answer.
So your logic is.
I'm giving you an answer.
Can I?
You remember that 66A.
Just a minute, please. Whether they were getting any remuneration, what was the quantum of remuneration? It was just if the office was capable of giving any pecuniary benefits or not. Yeah, they were getting official transport, they were getting the official space also. They were getting pecuniary benefits. It is an office of profit, we can always discuss it.
Okay.
And if this
Monika,
is proved to be office of profit, they'll be disqualified.
Monika Arora, Miss Arora, one minute. Sumanth,
law is that when something is invalidated, it is invalidated right from the beginning.
Sanjay, listen here.
Yeah.
Listen here.
Yeah. Okay. Give me you give your statement and let me answer that.
No, I don't give statements. I only demolish your statements. Now, point is simply this. AAP has to explain.
Yes.
AAP has to explain why it appointed these MLAs as parliamentary secretaries in their first place, if by their own definition, quote unquote, were the eyes and ears of the government. Why did they have to perform these functions as parliamentary secretaries in the first place and not as MLAs? Was the appointment a reward to accommodate some MLAs who could not become ministers? And don't forget, the AAP referred to these parliamentary secretaries as interns. Interns. Did these interns use government vehicles? If they did, are they interns who use government vehicles? Did these interns use government offices? And was a separate office space, if at all, allotted to them? If they did, are they really interns? There is an instance of one minister having 3 parliamentary secretaries. So did these 3 interns squeeze into the same office as the minister? And finally, the most absurd logic that is being presented, and my jaw is dropping and I'm listening with greater and greater horror at the arguments presented, including that one about error of judgment, which after Radia is a phrase nobody should use if they want to have any credibility left. But my concern is with the nature of the argument. The nature of the argument is this, and I think my esteemed AAP guest from Ahmedabad, Yatin, understands what I'm saying. The argument is like this as an analogy. A. Raja was made minister in May 2009. In October, November 2009, the 2G scam broke out. In December 2010, within 2 months, A. Raja had to quit. The argument being presented today by Sanjay Hegde amounts to saying that because A. Raja was sacked within 18 months of becoming telecom minister, the 2G scam never happened, and effectively he was never a minister because he was sacked.
That's it.
I mean, I don't understand this.
That's what he's saying. Right?
By this logic, CWG scam never happened because Kalmadi was asked to go.
Sanjay Hegde said no such thing.
I mean, I don't know.
And Raja became a minister.
I just don't understand this argument. It's a self-defeating argument. Come on, Yatin Oza.
Okay,
come on, Yatin Oza. What's left in this argument? Let's debate this.
Let me explain the argument.
For the first time, I feel that you are sitting and conducting the show.
See, the question is of invalidity. If there is an invalidity, it is there right from the beginning.
Right. One point. Yatin Oza, without making any
from the beginning,
personal observations of me, please.
Once there's a declaration of invalidity, it negates everything.
Yeah. Yes, Yatin Oza. Please. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Oza. I'm listening, Mr. Oza.
No, I was only saying that you are putting something, twisting it which Sanjay never said. You are just twisting it and putting it
Sir,
in the
I
mouth
never
of
twist
Sanjay
things.
Hegde. Sanjay is
I
very
made an
clear.
analogy.
What you say, Sanjay has never said.
So what has Sanjay said?
Sanjay exactly said that.
These are all frank discussion on your channel. These are all.
I can speak for myself if you let me.
On your channel.
I can speak for myself if you let me. Don't put things in my mouth.
Ultimately, viewers would decide who is right and who is wrong.
Is that all your responses, sir? I made such a detailed observation.
Yes, Sanjay.
No, sir. You're depending on each other to respond to me. What's going on?
Can we get back to the
Sanjay Hegde and Yatin Oza, why are you depending on each other to respond to me?
No, I'm not on that. We are defending a cause.
What cause?
We are defending a cause.
What is your cause now?
And we are defending a right person and a right party.
Going back to the political argument, Aryaman Sundaram is on the debate. 5 minutes left. Aryaman Sundaram. Aryaman Sundaram. Laughing away right now. Aryaman Sundaram. Aryaman Sundaram. Yeah.
Arnab, I'm sorry, I have to react to that statement that we're defending a cause. I want to understand what that cause is.
What's the cause?
Is that cause appointing 21 parliamentary secretaries whose appointment has been struck down? Is that cause finding the need to retrospectively amend a law to cover a mistake that you made? Is that cause trying to justify and brazen out a situation which today has put you in a position where 21 MLAs, even continuance is gravely in doubt? Is this a cause by which you want to justify scandal after scandal in the party? Are these causes? Is it the cause of survival? And if it's the cause of survival, is that not what this party said they came into power to ensure would not happen? Is this the very cause which they said is because of which they are coming into politics, because they want to see that such things don't happen? And is that the cause being defended today? I'm surprised.
Sanjay Hegde. Sanjay Hegde, debate is on 3 minutes left.
With an unprecedented majority where the... where you have a party with a majority in a democracy which is not being allowed to do its work. As a Delhi voter, I am watching.
By whom, sir?
And I think it is pernicious to our democracy.
By their own scandals?
By
court orders?
A mandate of the people
by the Constitution? By the Act?
Shazia,
move to Punjab. Yes. I think it is all of Arvind Kejriwal's own making. The party has
Punjab
been riddled with scams. One after the other, their own ministers, and now first Arvind Kejriwal said when he first became the CM, and he resigned, he went to Banaras. He said, I will not leave Banaras. Then he came back to Delhi and he said, I will not leave Delhi. Now he wants to leave Punjab. So but there is no seriousness at all to any administration.
You need not to worry, ma'am.
Yatin Oza.
He will be controlling, sitting in Delhi. He can control Punjab also.
No, why
you need not to worry, ma'am.
Permit anybody to expand the
sitting in Delhi, he will control Punjab also.
Out of the subject.
So
if he can control Delhi, he can control Punjab also.
There are all the promises.
There are very big soldiers behind him who are ready to sacrifice their life for Arvind Kejriwal.
Sundaram is speaking against
ideology. Don't worry, ma'am.
I have to expose you.
But not
because I want to expose you people for what you are.
You need not to worry.
Because you're fooling the people of Delhi and I want to use you. Because I was an idealist and I put my stock behind you.
But not
and I know the reality of your party.
Unfocused things.
That's why I want to expose you and I want people to know you for who you are.
Yatin Oza, respond to her.
Because you have betrayed a huge cause. That's why. Because you
I am not able to hear her.
That's why, and also because you are always crying foul.
I am not able to hear her.
You're claiming to play victim when you're always on the wrong side of law.
Mr. Oza, can you hear me? I want to summarize this by asking you a question, because I have often found you a very sincere participant on our debates, and though we have disagreed on various issues, you have responded to me on issues with some amount of honesty, and you've been an old-time participant on Newshour. See, Mr. Oza, regardless of the party you are now representing, consider this. AAP came in saying we have a moral high ground. We are the honest and clean party. Now ministers are sacked for corruption. After you won the elections in Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal said, I only want truth and honesty, otherwise I will leave politics. Now your minister is removed for forgery, for fraud. And now this party says, I will never spare corrupt people. Right? Today, in a fake degree scam, Jitendra Singh Tomar case, Arvind Kejriwal comes out and says, I've got an explanation, he's got a convenient answer. Sex scam, corruption, fraud, fake degrees, scandal. illegality, breaking the constitution. Now, no, sir, see, you can't keep crying wolf. There must be some reason why this is happening. Hubris is bad.
I'm just quietly listening to you and then I'll answer.
No, hubris is bad. Ego is bad. Arrogance is bad, Mr. Oza. And especially when the courts catch you, then nobody's going to believe you anymore. You can go around anywhere saying that we didn't want. Everyone's only going to say one thing. Simply, you wanted to make people mantris without having the right to do so. Why did you do this? Why are you not being able to respond logically today? Mr. Oza, give me one argument beyond saying the world is against Kejriwal.
If I have correctly, if my information goes right, because I have not read the judgment, but court has said that these appointments are being struck down because it lacks the sanction of LG. I don't think court has commented upon anything beyond that. This is my information. I may be wholly wrong, and I will immediately say sorry.
But that's why they were illegal. No, I agree.
I have not read the judgment. I have just been informed. Then it is a procedural lapse.
No.
And nothing can be thereafter.
Error of judgment.
Procedural lapse.
Procedural lapse. How much will you cover?
Monika, Arora, the debate is wide open again.
Or this has
everyone on the screen.
And one more thing.
Article 239 AA. Says
you know
that KG is the administrator of NCT of Delhi. Really not working, sir. The Council of Ministers and the CM has to refer every decision to the LG. LG has to ratify it. Otherwise, that cannot be implemented.
For that you
they have been violating the law, violating every rule, violating every procedure from day one.
Viewers, I have one question. I wrap up with one question tonight. One question to the viewers. Viewers, did you believe? Viewers, my question to you is: did you believe the error of judgment argument when people put that as the last resort defense in the Radia case? Will you believe the error of judgment argument now? Would you believe the procedural lapse argument when A. Raja presented it, talking about first come, first served in the telecom scam? Would you believe procedural scam now?
It would be an error of judgment.
I'll take this forward because I'm out of time. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 2 on the ARP Office of Profit scam on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.